So Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the game is releasing in just under a month, and I've got some brand new information for you guys. Now in this video we're going to be talking about how to forge alliances, building a village, making a king, social stealth, and what it takes to fight a ginormous wolf, as well as maybe King Arthur and Excalibur. Now where's all this information coming from? Well, today, a couple minutes ago actually, Ubisoft and a bunch of other content creators uploaded a crap ton of brand new Assassin's Creed Valhalla gameplay, and I'm going to break that down for you right now. Now this information is coming from multiple YouTubers: JV, Jawraptor, Torel, the Assassin's Creed Reddit moderator, Ubisoft themselves, Access the Animus, all of these guys. You should go check them out. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Now Assassin's Creed Valhalla cast you as a Viking, but the Vikings weren't quite as relentlessly bloodthirsty as legends might have you believe. Best of them were cool-headed and tactically minded, skilled negotiators who could turn foes into friends and rule through diplomacy as well as fear. Such is the case with Eivor and Ubba Ragnarsson, two Viking warlords who want to conquer the English kingdom of Mercia, not just through battle but with an alliance that will crown a new king and win the people to their side, and they need you as Eivor to help them. Now with the latest look at Assassin's Creed Valhalla, we went to Leicestershire, where we helped broker peace between the Ragnarssons and the Saxons, all while battering our way through forts, assassinating two-faced mercenaries, raiding riverside monasteries, and seeing what Eivor's home has to offer. Now Eivor is the leader of the Raven clan, and Ravensthorpe is their settlement at the southern edge of Leicestershire. Throughout the game it will be Eivor's headquarters, a place to rest, plan, and enthusiastically pet stray dogs. By gathering materials and new residents, you'll be able to grow it from a collection of huts into a thriving village, and add facilities like farms, a tattoo parlor, a cartographer's shop for finding treasure, a workshop to repair Roman relics you find in the world, and even a hidden ones bureau. You'll also be designated a Jomsviking here, a lieutenant who can be sent out as a mercenary to assist other players and recruit other players' Jomsvikings to your own crew. Ravensthorpe is also where you'll consult Randvi, who advises Eivor on which actions to take next. During the session, the goal was to strengthen their alliance with the Ragnarssons, and that means pledging Eivor to the conquest of Leicestershire. The brothers are holed up in a town far to the north, and while we could easily ride there on horseback, the abundance of the rivers mean that jumping into Eivor's longship and making the journey by water is a lot faster. Well, it's faster if you don't stop at every waterfront attraction along the way, which they did. The banks along England's rivers are populated by monasteries and other tiny settlements, which are marked by big shiny raid beacons that invite you to rush onto land with your crew to pillage resources and unique gear, which you can find more easily by using Odin's Sight, a vision that tags nearby valuables, enemies, and other points of interest, i.e. Eagle Vision. You'll also see stately Roman ruins, eerie standing stones, and other mysteries that invite exploration and hold hidden treasures. Beware though, because exploring on land can bring you into confrontations with the Zealots, powerful wandering hunters who can absolutely fuck you up if you're not on their level, which for the purposes of preview they weren't. Not all distractions involve fighting or looting though, and there are plenty of friendly settlements where you're welcome to hang out and engage in Viking pastimes such as flighting. Essentially these are rap battles in which you'll need to match your opponent's rhyme and meter while trading insults. Do well at these and you'll win some cash along with a boosted charisma score that can open up more options for negotiating with other characters. You can also try your hand at Orlok, an elaborate dice game that feels more like a card battle with attacks, defenses, health points, and godly powers, or at drinking games that challenge you to rhythmically gulp mead while adjusting your balance to stay upright. If on the other hand you're just focused on reaching your destination, you can put your boat on autopilot and listen to the songs and stories your crewmates have to share. It's a great way to take in the beautiful English scenery and to sail past any threats undetected. Now up in the war-torn town of Repton, we meet Ivar the Boneless, an unsavory looking warlord who, after dramatically torturing an alleged spy, takes us to meet his brother Ubba Ragnarsson, as well as Eivor's brother Sigurd, who got there ahead of us. The Ragnarsson brothers have fought an alliance with a Mercian noble named Ceolwulf, who's agreed to become their puppet king in exchange for peace. The catch is that the transition of power has to be a relatively peaceful one, meaning we'll need to take the current king Burged alive. Given that he's currently surrounded by a host of soldiers, a formidable war thane named Lefrith, and the walls of a fortress, this will not be an easy task. On the plus side, we have an army of Vikings equipped with a battering ram, which we slam through a gate after gate of Tamworth Fortress. The skirmish that follows an excellent chance to try out Eivor's arsenal of weapons, each of which has a distinct feel and rhythm, as well as a special offhand attack. If you're wielding a two-handed longsword, for example, that attack might be an impaling charge at the nearest opponent, while dual wielding axes or knives might unleash a flurry attack hard to escape blows. Your weapons and other gear can be upgraded at any time from the inventory menu, even mid-battle. So if you feel like you need a little extra power to win, you can check your stash of materials and reinforce your favorite hammer or sword on the fly. To end this particular battle, we needed to take down 2 elite soldiers guarding Bugred's longhouse at the heart of the fort, but once we do, it's clear that Burged and Leofrith are nowhere to be seen. Our only lead is Tonna, a treacherous mercenary captain who's been going behind the brothers' backs to make deals with Budred, might know where he's hiding. Despite the bloodshed between her and the Ragnarsons, Tonna's willing to make a deal, giving up 2 possible hiding spots in exchange for a sack of coins, which thanks to the fighting experience, we bargained down to half of what she asked for. Each hiding spot led to a different mission. In one, we travelled to Ivar, to the town of Leicestershire, to hunt down a missing scout and hopefully Burged along with him. Unsurprisingly, a lot of English towns aren't particularly friendly towards Vikings, and Leicestershire was distrustful towards Eivor. Eivor's status varies from place to place and can change depending on your actions, but for now we had to put on Eivor's cloak and avoid getting too close to any guards if we wanted to avoid a fight. Social stealth options like blending into crowds of monks and sitting on benches are great ways to avoid detection, and if you need to lure a guard away from their post, you can create distractions by befriending the local drunks and making them cause a scene near the guards. After a little furtive searching, we found the scout, who turned out to be Ceolwulf's naive son, Kilbert, but not Burdred, and then he had to fight our way out of town because Ivar got tired of waiting and attacked. The other mission centered on a temple bar fort where Burge's queen was hiding with a routine of soldiers. After sneaking in with Sigurd and getting tricked by one of the queen's bravest servants, we chased the queen down to the river, hijacked her rowboat, and took her back to Tamworth, which was now Ceolwulf's seat of power. One interrogation later, which was helped along by the gruesome spectacle of Ivar feeding some heads to a pig, we were able to track Burge down to a crypt downriver, where he was hiding out along with some especially powerful lootable weapons. We couldn't use any of them of Burge himself though, while the old king wasn't about to go down without a fight. Keeping him alive meant we had to take him on with Eivor's bare fists. Fortunately, Eivor's an extremely competent brawler, and after thrashing up the king, we dragged him back to Tamworth so he could hand over his crown to Ceolwulf before being exiled to Rome. Now, the coronation ceremony was marred by one conspicuously absent, Ceolbert. The prince was trapped by Leofrith's forces at Repton, and after making a beeline for the town, we found him doing his best to convince the formidable war thane that fight was over. Leofrith wasn't having any of it, and so Eivor stepped in to take the boy's place in the duel, kicking off a vicious boss battle against the most powerful foe that we haven't faced. One of the weapons found in the crypto, a golden two-handed axe that lit on fire on crucial hits, proved especially helpful in the fight, and once it was done, we were faced with a choice: give Leofrith an honourable death or set him free with the truth. Now, they opted for the latter choice, telling Leofrith that Burge had already abandoned him and fled for Rome. This triggered a change of heart in Leofrith, and before leaving in peace, he confessed that he'd put Eivor's name on a list of targets for the Zealots. Eivor would need to find and burn it as quickly as possible, or be hunted relentlessly by powerful enemies. Holy shit, that was a lot of information to go through, but this is basically what they've got to play. Now, during the play sessions, this was just the main quest. This was just one quest they did in one town, one storyline. There are 3 separate other storylines to this with other multiple quests that you can complete throughout the game, which is just insane to think. Not only that, there's other multiple side quests which can lead to other main quests, as well as that the exploration with the different towns, the different cities, the different kings, the different assassin bureaus we can visit. This game seems to me to be something that should be a good Assassin's Creed game. Don't know how I feel about the all RPG elements, but I'll wait until we play a game. Now guys and girls, that's been it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed this informative breakdown of the gameplay we have seen. Hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video.